I am live, and nobody's in the house yet. Uh, Look, need to bring my comments over. There's 5 in the house. How come I doubt that? Show your face, folks. Look, there's Troy. Hey, Troy. How you doing, my friend? You got your lawnmower back yet? 3 in the house. Maybe. I'm doing my midnight rendezvous. I'm doing it early. I'm trying to get my sleep thing worked out to where I can go to bed about 10 o'clock at night and sleep the night through. I'm going to quit staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning. Had a rainy day. No, still have to use the weed eater. I wished I had a weed eater. Well, I couldn't use the dang thing, but did have one. I'm starting to worry about. Hadn't heard a peep out of Marty at Crazy Family too. He ain't put up a video. Well, they put up a little short thing of Alan doing a little dance thing out there, but that's been 4 days ago, and it's been over a week since he did a video. So I don't know what. I sent him an email, asked me everything okay, but I ain't heard nothing back from him. So yeah, I've decided to do my midnight rendezvous at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. That way I can go to bed around 10 or a little later. But it got rained out today. And I got this darn thing, and Lisa Kleckner found out. Hey, Angie. Lisa found out the name of it. Said it's, yeah, I got your address, Troy. Sure did. I'm printing up some new stickers. But she found out that it's called a pine cone ginger lily, I think. I got a picture of it here of any. Well, I already know that. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. It's it's this thing right here. Let's see. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. That's it right there. Uh, but I'm thinking that's probably a form of a ginger. You know, the ginger root that people buy. I don't know that that's edible, but I know one thing about this now. They make there's some kind of a natural shampoo they get out of that cone. I've been looking up, watching some of that stuff on YouTube since Lisa gave me that number. I sure hope Crazy Family comes on here. Dadgone, I'm starting to worry about them. All you folks need to show yourself. Let me know, who you are, and don't forget to thumbs up. I need those thumbs up. Where's that doing there? Gosh dog it. Hold on. Let me get rid of that. I didn't know that was still up there. But anyway, yeah, I'm starting to worry about Crazy Family because I think it's about 3 or 4 days since they put that video up with Alan in it, and then it's been over a week since he did any kind of dumpster diving. So I hope he ain't getting where he can't do nothing. Um, but I guess I'll just have to what they ain't answered the email. Usually they'll answer an email when I send them one too, but they haven't done that. I was kind of hoping they'd come on here uh, tonight. That's one reason I was doing it earlier. I wanted to talk to them, but uh, and I hadn't heard from Willow in a while now, and hadn't heard from Mary Beth on Fantabulous. It's been a good while since I've heard from her. Or America. There's several of them I hadn't seen in a while. But anyhow, I still ain't. They still ain't come and worked on my scooter. But today I did get in the mail. They sent me a new cover for my scooter, which means it's still in the works. But um, when I talked to them that over a week ago, I told them I sure needed a new cover because the one I got leaks. Oh, that long before they can fix your lawnmower? He must be busy. He must be busy. I don't want to miss anybody here. Well, there ain't nobody here but Troy and Angie. So there's 6 people in the house, but they ain't talking. Come on, guys, get in here. And don't forget the thumbs up. Or if you think it's terrible, you give me a thumbs down. At least I know. At least I know you're in here. Oh Lord. Yeah, I got rained out about. Well, I worked a couple of hours in my strawberries, and I come in about 12, and when I got ready to go back out about 1:30 or 2, it was raining. So I didn't get to go back out, and I went back, but it did slack off about 5 o'clock. I went out there and put that new cover on my scooter. That way I ain't got to worry about none of them electronics getting wet or anything. Um, Gosh, come on, folks, get in here. You're making me nervous. Yeah, them pine cone things I showed you just a while ago. I meant to put a video in here that I was going to show that, and well, let's see. I think I've got that other. Let's see. Yeah, I got one thing here I can show you. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Watch this little clip here.
Alright, Lisa and now Peruski, here's this plant. And I don't think it's what you were saying, Lisa, about a bromelade. I've been looking at some stuff. But here, this thing, alright. I don't know if you can see all these, but see them cones right there? And right over here, here's some with flowers on them. So I don't know. My daughter says.
Now those cone looking things, they're not hard, they're spongy. And I was looking at some people on YouTube harvesting the stuff that comes out of them cones. They turn them upside down and they squeeze them, and this liquid comes out, and it's a natural shampoo. They say. I don't know. Once Lisa told me what the name of it was, I was looking them up and seeing what they do, and they make a natural shampoo out of it, and it's quite a bit of liquid in them cones. And then I was looking at another one. The guy, he was digging up the roots that looks like ginger, and I couldn't understand what he was saying, but he was harvesting the roots. So it may be ginger. I don't know what a ginger plant's supposed to look like. I gotta get this thing off my. Come on. Makes my wrist itch. But I don't know. Anyhow, that's all that's going on with me right now. I'm just got rained out. I got to go back out there tomorrow. Hopefully I can go back out there tomorrow and get some of that deck cleaned up. I'm changing some more stuff. I've got to clean that deck up before I get complaints again about it looking bad again, like they did about a month ago, I guess it was. But back then our yard was growed up pretty tall too. And the guy ain't coming to mow the yard now till next week, which he charges us $60 a month, and that means he comes out and he mows it at least twice. So it's $30 a pop. Boy, I wish we had a lawnmower and somebody in here was inspired to use it. But golly, where is everybody at? Folks, I don't want to. No, I ain't missing nobody, am I? What happened to my. Oh, I had it on there. There we go. Now I can see it. Oh, I've got to. I'm looking at winter's coming. It ain't here yet. Of course, we don't really get any real cold weather till January or February. So I'll have, I can still do my peppers and stuff like that. I can do that right up till around December or January, and then I'll have to start covering stuff or watching the weather, because usually we can get a real cold day and the next day it'll be up in the 70s. So it's kind of iffy around here. We're borderline Central Florida. We're the northern side of Central Florida. About about 90 miles from the west coast, which is the Gulf of Mexico, and about 110 miles from the east coast, which would be Daytona and Ormond Beach. But gosh, if I don't get nobody chiming in, maybe I should have waited till midnight uh, to start them. But I thought it might help. I was really wanting to talk to Crazy Family Tube. That worries me when nobody all of a sudden they quit. Doing their videos and stuff and staying in touch. And somebody else just come in the house. We're up to 9. But I sure want my scooter fixed. I'll tell you that. I'm sick of being. I can get out in the yard with it, but a couple turns around the yard, it just barely wants to make it up the ramp. So I have to watch that. Well, we had 9, now we're back down to 8. How about what? Oh, this Sunday at 6 p.m. Um, yeah, Troy, I could do that. Sunday. Let me make a mark. Where's my marker? Oh, forget it. Sunday, 6 p.m. Yeah, I'll put that there. I ain't had nobody else want to do any live chats here lately. Things are a lot different than it was a couple of years ago. That COVID changed everything. Hey, Sandy, with a Y. How you doing, dear? Uh, I need to. I've been trying to quit doing. You know what? Them strawberries. I'm spending a lot of time on them darn strawberries, and I know I'll have to cover them some, um, probably in January and February. But I don't quite know how I'm going to do it because it's all different baskets and pots and stuff, and I've got about 15 different pots now with strawberries in them, and started out with 3, and I probably the strawberries grow them runners, and I put them runners in other pots once they get ready to root, and I'm hoping it's going to be worth it in the long run. I like fresh strawberries, and I need. Hey, Colonel, how you doing, sir? Uh, that I reckon they're ever bearing berries, so they're trying to bloom now. But I'm cutting the blooms off because I want all the stuff to go to the growing the plants bigger and stuff. I don't want them trying to bear no fruit right now. And I've got bell peppers out there now ready to pick. Not many, I think about 3 or 4. And I got more jalapenos ready to pick. And I don't know if y'all saw the video of my of those me rooting them seeds into paper towels. That works like a charm. It surprised me. Actually, I thought it was a 26 and it was a 25th, and I opened a couple of them up on the 25th a day early, and those things, the tomatoes and the what was that, banana peppers, sweet banana peppers, they had already germinated in 4 days, and And that's all that's germinated the last time I looked. Now it was yesterday. Hey, Philip. Oh man, them reapers. I can't eat them suckers. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Uh, but I didn't well, I realize it now that pepper plants are perennials, and you can overwinter them things, and you have to prune them back some, but they'll produce the next year. The one guy's got some he's had for 3 years, same plants, and after I got looking into it, the pepper plants, and that means bell peppers, any kind of pepper plant, is perennial, and you can take care of it and winter it over. And and the same thing on tomato plants. I didn't know tomato plants were perennials. You can prune them things back and get them going next year. But most of the ones I've seen doing that, they just take and cut the top out of the plant and put it in water and root it and use that the next year, and just let the parent plant go. And okra, that's a perennial. You can do the same thing there. Okra will produce year after year as long as you take care of it. And also eggplant. Eggplant's a perennial. I didn't know that. So perennial meaning it'll grow. It don't die out at the end of the season. That you can winter it over. And so Philip, you know about that then? Yeah, I didn't realize that till just lately. And I'm gonna definitely try to do my jalapenos. I've got the regular jalapeno, which it's got a good bite to it, and then I got the mild, the tame jalapeno that's been crossed with a bell pepper. I don't have any up big yet. I had to start them, and I've got some of those coming along. Uh, and I got banana peppers. I got some started on that, and I hope that I got some paprikas. A lot of people didn't know paprika was a pepper, but it's a pepper. And I got a pimento. Uh, and I've never actually seen a pimento pepper other than just a picture. I want to see one in person. But I've had a hard time starting them things, and that's why I've took and started these things, started these getting where I'm starting these seeds in paper towels. And I actually took a piece of fabric of a sock top. I cut a top off of a sock, and I wet it and threw some seeds between the two layers on that, and they produce in that too. So we'll see. Hey, spaceman, how you doing, sir? I'm doing good. Ever since I got my, I've had giant sweet chili peppers that they get about a foot long and turn red, and they are the greatest peppers. I don't have any sweet chili peppers. I would like to have some. I've got the that long thin cayenne pepper, but I don't. And the other long pepper I've got some sweet banana. Um, I don't even know why I'm growing the cayenne because I'm not. My banana peppers turn bright pink or orange when they ripen. Where, what part of the country are you in, Philip? Just curious. I should know, but I can't pull. If I did know, I can't pull it out. But I'm thinking you was up around Tennessee or Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken. I know that Troy's in South Carolina. And Spaceman, I don't know where you're at. Well, now it's the weekend, Spaceman. Kick back. I don't really notice the temperature. Well, unless when I go outside, it doesn't seem awful hot. Hey, Barbara, when do you separate ours? If you're asking me, I don't know. I would think an iris, isn't that like a lily? I would think that would be in the fall, wouldn't it? He's in central North Carolina. Oh, okay. Would that be somewhere around Greensboro, High Point, Hickory, in that area? Because I was born in North Carolina, Roanoke Rapids. That's the eastern part of the state. And I lived a long time up in the mountains, up around Bryson City and Cherokee. She says she has a black thumb. Sometimes I think my thumb, East Tennessee, crazy phone. But what's the biggest city you close to, Philip? Um, but no, Hickory, North Carolina is where I got all my training and stuff for building furniture. Because that's what I did for 40 years, long time. And now I see there's a guy that's got uh, that's got a YouTube channel now, and he's building. He goes in there, he takes a piece of furniture, and he real posters it. And I had thought about doing that back before I. Oh man, wow, what a leg cramp that is! Whoa! But he start from start to finish, um, and he's making a killing. I mean, he is. Tell Donovan I finally found an email address, lost it in a pile of papers. Yeah, that guy's making a killing. Of course, I can't do nothing like that now. And that reason I didn't do it when I could do it because I didn't have the space for it or anything. But I would have loved to have built some furniture on video, different things. But he's getting up around 70, 80,000 views per video. Unreal. But I always thought it would do good. But back when I was still doing that work, uh, you couldn't even hardly get a computer anyway. It was in. I retired in '92. You near you in Duke University. Okay, okay, I know where you're at now. Um, what's the tube site? I don't know. It just pops up and I watch it. Uh, but I guess you could put upholstered furniture or something on it, and it would probably. Yeah, I've got a couple of first cousins that lives in Chapel Hill and Durham. Um, Matter of fact, my one of my first cousins, he passed away last year. He was a dentist in there's a town there next to that. I can't think of the name of it. but he was older than me. He probably about 85, and he kept his practice going. The day he died, he had been in there and did a full day of work with patients, and he died that night. So he worked right up to the end. Haven't heard of High Point Furniture Market in years. Is it a thing of the past? No, they still do it. Same thing in Hickory. Same thing in Hickory. I used to go to them markets. Used to go to them markets. I used to buy samples and stuff and take them and resell them. Because a lot of that stuff, them samples they bring, they don't want to take them back to the factory, and they get somebody to come in there and just buy what they got on display. That's been many a year since I did that. You're in Bristol. Vice Mandela's in Bristol. Oh, boy, that cramp didn't want to go away. I hate leg cramps. My goodness. Oh, no, I wished I could. Boy, I wished I could do about the last 10 years. No, I'd say the last 20 years that I worked. Uh, I had a store. Well, I had a shop and a store. It was called Classic Furniture, and all I did was reproductions. I custom built new furniture. I mean, if I had a customer that was buying a piece of furniture from me, if they wanted something they had reupholstered, we'd do that too. But for the most part, it was custom built. Matter of fact, I don't think I got a picture. Did have some pictures up here. Let me take a look. Nope, nope. I don't. I took it out. I used to do. I used to do stuff like Country France, Duncan Fife, Chippendale. Not Chippendale. Italian Provincial, Country France, uh, and the old Empire style line. But we built it from the ground up. In other words, we start with a pile of wood which was already cut, but it wasn't assembled. And we would assemble the frame, put the springs in it, put the padding, do the whole 9 yards, and come up with a finished piece of furniture. It was pretty high dollar stuff. It wasn't cheap. Uh, Most people like those $100 chairs and stuff. The closest thing I had to $100 chair was about $399, something like that, and that's been several years ago. So it was high dollar stuff. I couldn't afford it. I had some, but if I had to buy it, I couldn't buy it. I couldn't pay get $2,000 for a sofa. That wasn't nothing. But it was high dollar, and I loved doing it. All right, Colonel. See you later, sir. Appreciate you stopping by. The Colonel joined the Marines at 17 years old. His grandmother had to sign for him, and he went through the ranks and got all the way up to a full bird colonel. And in case you don't know, once you're a full bird, the next thing up there is brigadier general. So that's a long ways. Uh, and going through the ranks means he didn't go to he wasn't one of those 90-day wonders. He actually started as a private E1 and E2 and E3 and all the way up to E9 or 10, I'm not sure. And then it becomes, I think it's a second lieutenant, but I'm not sure they call it O1 or what. But he starts out and he goes from a non-commissioned officer to a commissioned officer. And then you got second lieutenant, first lieutenant, captain, major, and lieutenant colonel, then colonel. So he come a long way, and anybody that does that, it's a task. I imagine it's not easy. He takes potassium, but when he wakes up in the middle of the night, he drinks dill pickle. Ooh. I got something. Let me show you what I got here. I love these things. This is pimento stuffed green olives. And I got several little packs of these. And I got this friend, he's a prison guard, and he was getting rid of a lot of stuff that they don't handle anymore. I guess in the canteen that the prisoners buy. And his wife brought me over. Well, actually, she brought them over and gave them to my daughter. And I'll eat when I open this pack. I'll eat this whole thing, and I don't know how many olives is in there, but I love olives, pickled olives, especially pickled olives. Some people like the black. I like black olives occasionally, but not like I do these green pickled olives. But every once in a while they clear out stuff at the prison. I don't know where this prison's at that he works at. Matter of fact, I don't even know if it's a state prison or a federal prison that he works at. But his wife is a nurse. Boy, man, I wish my daughter could make that kind of money. I wish my daughter went on to become a nurse. I wouldn't have to worry about her making it, because she ain't never gonna make much. People walk into my shack of a home and can't believe that's the beautiful furniture that I love. They can't wrap their heads around why my house looks so shabby, but my furniture looks so nice. Laugh out loud. Uh, well, I can identify with the shabby house because we're definitely in one. I think it is, and the furniture sucks. Um, and that's a practical. That sofa and chair and love seat we got in there, it's not. It's not a year old, and it looks like crap. Uh, the cat started working on one arm over there. She finally got them stopped, but got something else, and now they use that to sharpen their claws on. A shack can be more comfortable than a new built mansion. I agree with that. I some I Back when me and my wife first got married, uh, I needed a better job, so we moved from Nantahala, North Carolina. We didn't move. We went to Lenore, North Carolina, which is up there next to Hickory, and we stayed in my wife's brother's and his wife's house, and it was so so clean, so immaculate looking that I was not comfortable. I couldn't get comfortable there. I didn't even feel right sitting on anything. Uh, but yeah, that was, boy, I was so glad when that was a couple of months, and we finally got our own little apartment and stuff. And that was when I first started learning how to build furniture. And I went to Catawba Technical Institute. That's where they taught a lot of stuff about fabrics and cutting and sewing and all that stuff. Our husband and I plan on building a log cabin home when he retires in a few years, and it's going to be very simple. Our husband. I didn't catch that. Our husband. My husband. Our husband. That's like you got another wife or something. Oh my goodness. Philip says, hell yeah, spaceman. I'm 40 years old and I own 4 acres of land and my own home, and it's completely paid for. The only people I have to rent it from is the government. Yeah, that's it. You never really, you own it, but you don't own it. Yeah. Oh, well, I had a house. Somebody burned it down. Somebody vandalized it. Uh, that was the biggest mistake I made in a long time when we decided to get an apartment and be closer in town. I wish we'd have kept our butt there. Oh, in other words, you built yours from a tobacco barn, I guess, because that's what we always call them. Yeah, me too, Philip. I love these things. And if I was, I ain't gonna open that thing. I have to pour the liquid out when I get them, but these are okay. They're not as good as the ones you just get in a jar at the store. So I don't know amount per serving. Let's see how many serving size. Four. Oh, holy crap! 4 olives is a serving. I guess I'm gonna eat about. Let's see. Probably about 5 servings in there, so that'd be 125 calories, which is not bad. And it doesn't affect my sugar. Now my sugar, ever since they started me on that metformin, uh, and took me off of Januvia and uh, put me on. Well, I don't. Well, where is it? It's got to be in here somewhere. Well, they took me off Januvia and put me on something else and started me back on metformin. And my blood sugar this morning was, I think it was 74. I think it was 74. No, it was 94. But it's been running anywhere from about 70 something up to around 120, 130 in the morning when I get up. Hey, there's Crazy Family Tube. Hey guys, boy, I'm so glad to see y'all. Uh, what's you guys all right? Uh, I've been looking at your videos, but you're not putting any. Well, the last one you put up was Alan doing that little dance, and that's been about 3 or 4 days ago. And then you hadn't done a video since over a week, something like that. Boy, I'm so glad you stopped in. Uh, I almost hate to ask how you been doing. I can't get into that organic garden. I tried that one time, boy, and I didn't have any luck at all, Philip. Does Donovan get on Messenger at all? What Messenger? You mean like on Facebook or something? I don't think so. I don't think he. I figured you was having a lot of pain, Marty. I hate that, man. I hate that. If you're talking about Facebook, I don't think he gets on Facebook. But I'm surprised he ain't chimed in here. My grandparents moved into a one-room cabin with a dirt floor when they first got married in 1946. Uh, my grandparents come from. Hey, Naparoski, how you doing, dear? So glad to see you. Just in my last break at work. Uh, Hold on now, Peruski. I'm gonna show you a picture or something in case you didn't see it. Just a minute. Where is it? I'm gonna pop this picture up. You can take a look at it. Uh, Here it is. That is some kind of a ginger, a pine cone ginger something. And I've been watching some videos on YouTube about that, and they make a natural shampoo comes out of that cone. They squeeze it, and then another person was digging up the roots, and it looks like ginger roots. So, and it may be ginger roots. I don't know. I don't. But Lisa Kleckner found the name of that for me. But it's a pine cone ginger lily is what she called it. And that's what's growing out there beside my house, right outside my bedroom window. Now, I mean, there's a bunch of them out there. So I don't know if it's ginger. If it is ginger like you eat, I may dig some of that up. Once they go dormant, I'm gonna put some in the pot anyway. But the leaves get big. But so much on that. Uh, and that's what he now Bruce said that's what he found too, or she found. Uh, but but I, they were taking the cone and cutting the cone off and turning it upside down and holding it over a container, and they sitting there and they're squeezing that thing, and all this liquid's coming out, and it's kind of got the consistency of shampoo or something. So I guess. I'm sorry about that, Philip. Now, so I sure, golly, Nick, that's one thing I hope never happens to me. But he said his father's getting dementia. I get to spend with him. wanted to build a teepee in the backyard. I want to do that with him before he loses all his cognitive ability. That's a terrible thing to lose. It's you know when their mind goes, that's all you've got left is the shell of the person they were. I mean, it's your parent, you know, your mother or your father, but they're gone. And I've seen that with my mother-in-law, boy, and she she died at about 90. Pinecone gingers, Zingiber something originated in India but can be found globally throughout the tropics and in Florida's subtropical gardens in the family. This fragrant ornamental uh, perennial has leafy stems. Boy, they are leafy, growing from a fork on the ground. Fleshy rhizome. Yep, that's what it is. I've been paying close attention to that thing. Um, but this one guy I looked at on the YouTube channel, he was digging them up and selling the roots. Now, that's when it occurred to me it might be the ginger like they eat or something. I don't know, but he was harvesting the roots and he was saving little parts of the rhizomes, you know, and replanting them. But there's a good stand of that outside my window there. I mean, it's the lease is probably almost as tall as I am. But well, yeah. Hey, hold on a minute. Let me show you. Let me show you pictures I got. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna show you something.
Alright, Lisa. And now Peruski, here's this plant. And I don't think it's what you were saying, Lisa, about a bromelade. I've been looking at some stuff. But here, this thing, alright. I don't know if you can see all these, but see them cones right there? And right over here, here's some with flowers on them.
But you can see that thing. It's pretty big. It's pretty big, and there's several of them pine cone looking things in there. I was shocked the other day. I thought it just gonna be some kind of a lily or something. And when I went out there and I got looking, I started seeing them pine cones. I couldn't believe what I was seeing because I didn't know that's what was gonna happen. But now I know. Please try to get some rest, Marty. Yeah, you need it, my friend. Man, I wish they could get him fixed. Dadgone it. I don't think there's anything such as non-addictive sleep med. Well, I don't know about melatonin. My daughter, uh, she she uses that a lot, the 10 milligram stuff, and occasionally I'll use it, but I got the 5 milligram slow release. But hardly ever do I use it. But she uses it a lot, and I get it. I get that cross the counter meds through my Medicare, is it Medicare? Yeah, I get $60 a month, and I usually get at least one bottle a month, and sometimes she'll give it to Jaden when he's going to school and everything. If he can't get him to sleep, she'll give him that. Cannabis, cannabis, just doing spell check. What? Cannabis? You mean pot? But if it's legal in your state, or even if it's not, if you can find some quality cannabis, it's worth a try for your pain. I've heard a lot of people say that. Heard a lot of people say that. Put it in baked goods. I guess you could. I've heard of that too. I've heard of that too. I, the only meds I take is my diabetic stuff. I don't really need anything other than I found Junk Dauber's channel by looking up gabapentin, and I have gotten myself completely off the gabapentin by using cannabis, and I was on 3,600 milligrams gabapentin. Good gosh almighty. I take I take 600 milligrams a day, 300 in the morning, 300 in the evening. And at one time, I tried to cut myself back on it, but found out that wasn't working. Matter of fact, if I didn't like all the drawbacks with gabapentin, I'd try to get them to let me take one in the middle of the day too. But I don't like that stuff. You know, they started giving me that when I told them I was having foot pains. But it wasn't bad. It was tolerable. And he put me on that. And I regret ever starting it. If I knew all the drawbacks to it, I wouldn't have took it. But by the time I realized all the drawbacks, I couldn't just cold turkey on it. And now there's no is Nat leaving? Gotta be. Oh, okay, Naparuski. Appreciate you, dear. Have a good evening. Um, you know what? Why don't I know where Naparuski works? What does she do? Hmm. Oh wow, I got 20 in the house. I got 20. In case y'all didn't hear a while ago, I did get it. VA sent me a brand new cover from my scooter, but they didn't come out yet to work on the scooter. And gosh, I want them to do it bad. I need to get out, and I'm afraid to go anywhere other than in the yard. And if I stay in the yard running around too much, I ain't gonna get up the ramp. Donna's gonna have to pick me back or push me back up. Poppy Allen wants to talk to you. Can you send a link? Let's see. How would I do? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna send it to you right now. Uh, gonna send it to you right now. Uh, All right, I sent it. Alan wants to talk to me. Boy, they know how to get my attention. Look at all them hearts. One, two, about 10, 20, 30, about 40 hearts on there. Oh my goodness. Um, you know what? I smoked that stuff one time. I smoked that stuff one time. It was like smoking a cigarette. It wasn't. I didn't see nothing about it, and I was about 35, 36, something like that. In the state of Mississippi, cannabis is not legal, but that doesn't stop anyone. No, I don't guess it'll eventually be legal everywhere. It ain't no worse than alcohol, so I don't know what the big deal is. But I know a lot of people say they take it for different ailments and stuff. I don't know. I'm waiting for you, Alan. I reckon I did that right. Shadow Gaming Dome in the state of Shadow Gaming Dome. This is what? That's Donovan. I didn't know that was Donovan. Hey, Christy. I've been worried about you guys, girl. Uh, and this is only illegal if you get caught with it. In the state of Florida, it is illegal without a medical marijuana card. I didn't even know you could get a card. I didn't know that, Philip. The seeds. Well, you know what? Before we moved to this house, there was a neighbor. he had he lived around the corner, but his property come right up to ours at one point, and you could see over there in his yard, and he had a big old tall fence out in front of his house. And on that side, the side of the fence that you couldn't see from the street, he had a he had a good sized crop of pot growing there. Yes, he did. It was like smoking a scent. It didn't do a cotton picking thing for me. Nothing. Didn't do nothing for me. I'm surprised Donovan ain't stuck his head in the door. He probably running around in his skivvies. Yeah, he's probably running around. Where are you at, Alan? I don't see him. Who is the baby in your picture? You know what? I don't know if that's Joey or Jaden. It might be. There he is. There he is. Hey, Alan.
Hey, Poppy.
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
So glad to see you.
Yeah.
What you been doing?
Nothing. Mom, open the envelope, Mom.
Where's it at?
In here.
Okay, let's go over here. Let's go over here.
Oh, I know. I know. I know what he's got.
Well, we got to show everybody, as he wants to show everybody, right? I'm going to show
Yeah.
everybody.
Show and tell.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to show it.
Oh, yeah. That
There
looks
it is.
familiar.
Okay. And it's got Elmo. He wants you to see. It's got an Elmo sticker.
Yeah, I made that sticker just for you. And there's Poppy. And there's Poppy again when he was 3 years old.
3 years old. Look at that, guys.
Yep, 1944. Little
Sorry,
blonde,
sorry,
little
Alan's
blonde-headed
moving his
fellow.
hand a lot. He can't help that, guys.
That's my mama, my daddy, my sister, and my brother, and me.
Yeah.
1944.
1944. Ooh, look at that handsome guy.
And that's Poppy and his wife in 1967
Woo-hoo.
with my 1957 Buick Roadmaster.
And she's a beauty. Both the car and your wife.
And there's the whole family reunion picture in 1944. And that's me sitting on the ground on the left there, the blonde hair.
You have blonde hair.
Yeah, I was a little fella. And there's my 1953 Dodge Coronet. I hated that car.
Yeah.
That's a nice car, right, Alan?
Yeah, that's the nice car.
Mm-hmm.
And that's some next door neighbors, and that had to be about 1948.
Wow.
98.
1948, Alan.
And that's Bob Wolf, World War II veteran. He used to sit there and drink coffee with me at Publix.
Nice. I remember those days.
Yeah, boy, I wish I could go back to him. And that's down the street from where we live in Broad Creek Village.
Okay. What's that?
Poppy.
Oh, that's me. Right, see that tree in the background, the one that almost got me?
Yeah, I remember that too.
I remember
Ooh, this is a fancy car right there.
And that's my 1947 Chevrolet. Only that's not my car. My car was just like that, only it was gray. That's the first car I had.
That's a nice car. Jeez, that's solid. It's a tank.
And that's 1404 Iona Street in Jacksonville, Florida, where I lived when I was 13 and 14 years old.
Wow. Oh, here's a good picture.
Yeah, that's my mama, my sister Carolyn on the right, my sister Donna on the left, and my half brother sitting right behind her, Robert. My other brother on the red shirt, that's Joe, and that's me up at the top on the right, and George and Ira and Michael. That's all. That's all. How many of us was it? 8? Yeah, it was 8 of us.
Yep.
And I got another sister that's a half sister that I didn't know I had till about 6 years ago.
Thanks, Poppy, the pictures.
He's saying thank you. Say thank you.
Thanks, Poppy.
You so welcome, buddy.
Yep.
Do you want to?
I'm glad
Hi.
you got them.
All right. I'm not decent enough to come on there. So we're gonna exit now. But we love you, Poppy.
I love you, Poppy.
All right. Love you,
Bye.
dog. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was nice. Jaden is just turned 13 last month in July. He turned 13, and Barbara said thumbs up to you guys. Uh, Philip said he got busted 20 cent, put on probation for 2 years. I started right back in 2018. Okay. They can lock me up for doing it, but they will never convince me that growing my own medicine is the wrong thing to do. I guess there's a lot of pros and cons about that, and I'm pretty neutral on the whole thing. Uh, Angie said, "Bye, Alan." I was so glad to talk to them. Dadgone it. I was worried. I got you mistaken with Jaden, I guess. Donovan's 31. Jaden is 13. Joey, 2 days ago, just turned 22. And yeah, give me some thumbs up, guys. And nice Elmo. Yeah, I made that just for Alan. He likes Elmo. He likes Elmo. I got to get those stickers made for you too. Oh, Troy. Oh, we love you, Alan. I think it's so neat what Marty and Christy does for Alan. Um, he they he was special. They adopted him. He was special needs, and that's a lot of love. Yeah, that's Jaden. Oh, Jaden, the skinny one, the one that pops in here and he skivvies every once in a while. And Donovan's the big guy. He's taller than me, and he weighs almost as much as I do. He last time I weighed, he was less than me. But I go back to the doctor on the 7th. Let's see, this is August 7th of this is August, 7th of September. Matter of fact, September 16th is my wife's birthday, and she'll be 77, I think. Let's see, 44, 54, 64, 74, 84, 94, 2004, 2014, 15, 16, 17. She'll be 76. She would have been 76. She was born 1944. That was my baby. My dad had a 1948 Plymouth Business Coupe and a 31 Ford A model. I sure did like that 47 Chevrolet Coupe, and my stinking daddy decided I needed a newer car. And by a newer car, I mean I'm sitting there with a 47 Chevy Coupe, loving it, paid $300 cash for it, and he decides I need a later model to impress my mama. And he goes and he trades that one in on that 53 Dodge Coronet. And it ain't paid for. I got to make payments on it. And of course, I didn't make squat. I was making like 75 cents a dadgone hour. And of course, I lost the car. Oh, because Daddy, I don't know what possessed him to do. Of course, wasn't nothing I could do about it because the car was in his name. I wasn't old enough to have it in my name. I was 16. But he did it. He did what he did. But anyway, guys, it's been nice. Uh, are you now, Jaden? Are you thinking Jaden is the older grandson? Because they both make appearances in here. Let me show you. Let me get here. Uh, hey, Jay. Stick your head in there a minute. Huh? Wave to my camera. That's Jay. All right. That's Jay. Donovan's the 31-year-old. He's the one with cerebral palsy. Not severe, but severe enough to where he's disabled and draws disability. And he helps me out. He helps me out with a lot of stuff. Hey, Alan. He certainly does. Okay. Tomorrow, Saturday, I will be doing a live tomorrow night around 7 o'clock in case anybody wants to attend, and I hope you do. Oh, you went to 3 WCW live events. Boy, he would like that. In Columbia, South Carolina. That's Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Basic training. I hated South Carolina there. That was so hot. Because I couldn't done my basic. My basic was April and May. No, Jaden's 13. He's getting pretty tall. So anyway, guys, I'll see you later. And Lisa was Lisa on here? I can't remember. Yeah, I think she was. I didn't see Willow. I'm worried about Willow. I need to send her an email. And Phyllis, I haven't. Oh man. Joy, to be the man, you have to beat the man. Woo! Okay. All right, guys. I will. I'll be back on tomorrow night at 7. Maybe I'll have a short clip about something I'm thinking about putting up there. See you later.